Today's video was actually suggested by one of my viewers. What are the top 10 LEGO Technic trucks of all time? Without any further ado, let's begin. The LEGO Technic Airtech Cleric set number 8868 marked a revolutionary step in the history of pneumatics. This set was the first one ever to take pneumatics to another level, even featuring a motorized pneumatic pump. It is so revolutionary that it even rivals some modern-day pneumatic masterpieces like the Mercedes-Benz Unimog U400 as well as the Mercedes-Benz ROX of 2015. This set was an absolute gem of the 9-volt era, and it still stands the test of time because even today, it's an absolutely wonderful set. If you're enjoying this video so far, and if you want to learn all about LEGO Technic, like which pieces and motors are the rarest ones, then make sure to subscribe. But no pressure, no pressure. At number 9 we have the 8479 Barcode Multiset, and this set was absolutely legendary at the time due to the programming code pilot brick compatible with the 9-volt system. This is the only LEGO Technic garbage truck ever to appear as a main model, and the one we got in 2018 was just a B model of the Mac Anthem. This set offered you exceptional playability, and I really wish that the modern-day LEGO Technic sets took full advantage of the powered-up system. For example, what if the LEGO Technic 6x6 valve articulated hauler also included a color sensor so you could scan barcodes and interact with your set that way? Or if it included a color and distance sensor, you could also use the powered-up app to make your valve articulated hauler be fully autonomous. The Barcode Multiset came out in 1997, which is just 1 year before the RCX system. At the time, there was nothing as customizable and nothing as programmable as the Barcode Multiset, not even the control center sets. At number 8 we have the LEGO Technic Crane Truck set number 8258 from 2009. This set featured a battery box, a switch, and an extra large motor. However, on top of that, it features some insanely complex mechanisms, such as transferring 2 independent axle motions through one turntable. The way it works is that it has one central axle, and it also has a combination of driving rings surrounding that center axle, and so you have 2 independent axles that go through one turntable. The set also came equipped with a V8 engine, a gearbox, and just so many complex mechanisms in a pretty compact size. You also got an insanely good deal at the time for the set, since it retailed for only $150. And while that's certainly expensive, you have to compare it to some modern-day LEGO Technic sets that retail for $150. For example, we have this Porsche which retails for the exact same price, but it includes no power functions, no gearbox, no complex mechanisms of any kind, and fewer pieces. The same applies to the LEGO Technic Ferrari 488 GTE, which costs more at $170. The 7th best truck of all time is the LEGO Technic Concrete Mixer Truck set number 42112. This is a very unique set since it is the only concrete mixer truck ever released in the form of LEGO Technic. It also contained 2 unique pieces for the drum, both of which had an Archimedes spiral in them. This set taught me a lot about how real concrete mixer trucks work, and I love the drum pieces since they can be nicely integrated into great ball contraptions. It's just a unique set, and it's something we have never seen before in LEGO Technic. Next up we have the LEGO Technic Service Truck set number 42008, which provided a really awesome deal for only $130. We got a power functions battery box, a motor, and a gearbox which engaged the motor into either the winch, boom elevation, outriggers, or the pneumatic pump. That's right, on top of looking spectacular and offering power functions, this set also came with pneumatics. Back in the day, this set was a bargain for the price, and it got everything right that a LEGO Technic set needs: the authenticity, functionality, and challenging building. At number 5 we have the Container Truck from 2010. Personally, I have a ton of nostalgia for this set, and even though it doesn't have a gearbox, it still has an insane functionality. You had this little mechanical switch which could make it to either dump the container normally or remove the container from the truck entirely. It contained a battery box, a medium motor, a linear actuator, and it looked phenomenal having a blue color scheme, which is currently my favorite color. On top of that, it retailed for only $70. I mean, that's insane. To put that into perspective, the Ducati Panigale V4R also cost the exact same price of $70, but with the container truck, not only did we get more pieces, but we also got power functions. At number 4, we have the LEGO Technic logging truck released in 2012. It contained a battery box, a motor, a gearbox, and some really awesome functionality. The set was just a joy to play with, and what makes this truck so epic to me is the front portion. It just looks incredible. For just $140, I think the set was really epic. It contained phenomenal functionality, and it was just awesome. At number 3, we have the LEGO Technic Mercedes-Benz Unimog U400 released in 2011. At the time, it was the biggest LEGO Technic model ever. It came with power functions that controlled the pneumatic features, the winch, and the crane. It was also the ultimate off-road vehicle, including massive wheels as well as a central differential for the drivetrain. Using the massive wheels from the Unimog U400, the legendary Lawrence Valk created a self-balancing unicycle robot. Essentially, he took his Anyway Segway robot and just put one Unimog wheel on the Segway. It ended up balancing actually quite nicely. The Unimog U400 also has insane suspension, and it is definitely one of the best sets of all time. Before we look at number 2, make sure to subscribe so that way you can learn all about LEGO Technic. At number 2, we have the successor to the Unimog U400, which is the LEGO Technic Mercedes-Benz RX 3245. This is considered one of the best modern-day LEGO Technic sets ever. This set introduced the Pneumatics 2.0 system, which offered longer pneumatic cylinders, and the pneumatic tubes fit much better. This set contained a battery box, a large motor, and a gearbox to engage the motor into either the pneumatic pump, the outriggers, the rotation of the crane, and the dumping function. It came with almost 3,000 pieces, and it had some quite complex mechanisms. It is definitely one of the greatest pneumatic sets of all time. Before I reveal the number 1 pick, I'd like to give an honorable mention to the Mack Anthem. It didn't include much functionality, but the front portion looked incredibly well, and it had an awesome B model. The single greatest LEGO Technic truck of all time is the Valve Articulated Hauler set number 42114. This set is the first one ever to introduce a fully motorized, remotely controlled speed transmission gearbox. This set had insane mechanisms, had one main driving motor, a large angular motor for turning, and one large motor for controlling the gearbox. The hauler had 3 speeds and a 4th gear which would engage the main driving motor into the dumping function. This set perfectly combined a function switching gearbox and a speed transmission gearbox. On top of that, I think the set looks perfect. It resembles the real-life counterpart incredibly well. I think this set is just perfect for $250. The L350F wheel loader from 2014 retailed for the exact same price, but it had much less pieces, no gearbox, and it wasn't as detailed as the Valve Articulated Hauler. Keep in mind that the Valve Articulated Hauler also comes with the much more advanced and much more expensive Control Plus system, so that makes the Valve Articulated Hauler incredibly well priced. If you want to learn about the 5 rarest LEGO motors of all time, then click on the video right over here. This is your Unbrick Me here, and I'll see you in the next one.